So let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. What do you do if there's no sunshine? A lot of people are miserable when there's no bright yellow ball shining out of the sky. A lot of people get sick in winter. A lot of people get a cold, a flu. A lot of people tell themselves they're going to get a cold or a flu in winter. Have you noticed? I always get a cold in winter. I've always got a runny nose when it's cold. And why does that happen? Why is it that some people in the middle of winter with children sneezing on them and coughing on them and lots of germs and bugs and viruses going around and everybody else is sick, but some people don't get sick? Why is that? And I've always been very fascinated by that because I hate being sick, and every time I feel like I've got a runny nose or I'm going to get a runny nose or a sore throat, I do everything I possibly can to make sure that that doesn't turn into a cough or a cold or a flu, because I just don't have time to be sick. How about you? So why is it that some people get sick and some people don't? And can you stop getting sick if you don't want to? And of course the answer is yes, because we've got this amazing thing in our body called an immune system, that thing inside our body that fights germs, bugs, viruses and diseases. And even if your body gets attacked or that germ, bug or virus gets into your body, your immune system can kill it. So we're born with an innate immune system. So from when we're born, our body starts finding the germs, bugs, viruses and diseases and building up an immunity to them. Isn't that bloody exciting? We also have an adaptive immune system. So if there's a new germ, bug or virus and it gets into our body can build up resistance to that thing and we can fight it off. And next time it attacks us, we won't get sick at all, or if we do get sick, we'll get better really quickly. And isn't that what we're all after? Even if you get sick, wouldn't you like to be in the Guinness Book of World Records for the fastest recovering person of an illness or an injury? And I always suggest that when you if you ever have to go to a doctor or a medical professional, allied health professional, whoever it is that you go to, if you feel sick or you get injured, wouldn't it be great to say to them, look them in the eye and say, I want to be the fastest recovering person ever from this virus, this sickness, this disease, this injury. What do I have to do to make that happen? And is it possible that if you say that your medical professional, your doctor, the person you're talking to, will be more likely to want to help you recover quickly? Because is it possible that some people go to the doctor looking for an excuse, looking for a reason to have a sick day, to not go to work today, just to be away from life for a while because they feel sick? I don't want to be that person, and if you don't either, before you ever have to go to the doctor, here's some things to consider. If your body is used to being under pressure, so it's used to getting puffed, lifting heavy, being cold, being hungry, the things that make us tougher and stronger, is it possible that if something attacks us, we'll be able to fight it more effectively? And I think the answer is yes, because I'm a living, breathing proof of that. I'm an old lady who hasn't been sick for a really long time because I think, and I've got anatomy and physiology on my side, and I've got the immune system. If you talk to an immunologist, as I often do, they'll share with me, have shared with me, they'll share with you these same things. If you put your body under pressure, and if your body's used to pressure, you'll be able to fight an attack of pressure of any kind so much better, of course. If you're weak and frail, if you have a negative attitude, if you're unfit, your body can't fight. So I'm constantly putting my body under pressure to make sure that when I am attacked by anything, mental, physical, emotional, whatever it is, I can deal with it. So that's the fight and flight system. When your body's under stress, your body gives you everything that you need to be able to fight the threat, the disease, the injury, the person that's trying to kill you, the tribe that's trying to kill you, whatever it is. And we haven't evolved from hunters and gatherers. We are still the fight and flight machines, and I think that's bloody awesome. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. Good idea. What do you reckon? So I'm constantly getting puffed. I lift heavy to make sure that my muscles and bones are strong. But the really important thing there is, of course, that your immune system is built inside your bones. So if you've got strong bones, which is strong muscles pulling on strong bones or forcing your bones to get stronger because you're forcing your muscles to get stronger, then the inside of your bone gets stronger too, which means your immune system is also stronger. The other thing I do, which is why I'm outside today, and it's freezing cold and it's windy and it's foggy, and most people are inside today whinging, moaning and complaining, and as most business owners have shared with me today, a lot of people are off sick today because it's winter and it's cold. We don't have to get sick in winter. We don't get sick because it's cold. Isn't that awesome? We don't get sick because everybody else is sick. We get sick because our body's not strong enough to fight off whatever it is that we're being attacked with. And that's what I'm excited about, because I don't have to get sick if I don't want to. So yes, constantly getting puffed, make sure my muscles and bones are strong. Outside in the cold, so my body's used to fighting against the cold. I love putting my body under pressure. Constantly, there's this thing about how often we should eat, and there's a lot of argument about should you eat 5 times a day, 3 times a day, once every day, once every second day, all this argument, and some people call it intermittent fasting, and some people are fasting for days at a time. But is it possible that when we were hunters and gatherers, we didn't have access to 3 meals a day? So we had to go into starvation mode, into survival mode, into I haven't got any food, so I've got to survive mode. And here's a really cool thing to consider. We can't survive without oxygen, a few seconds, maybe minutes without oxygen. We can only survive a few days without fluid, but several weeks without food. None of us are going to die if we don't eat in the next hour, the next day, even the next couple of days. And I'm just sharing that not because I think intermittent fasting is a good idea, or not that I think we should fast, and not because I think it's some weird, wonderful dieting, amazing thing to keep you skinny. Is it possible that if we force our body to be tougher, it will get tougher? So I only eat when I'm hungry, and there's some days when I'm out in the freezing cold, I'm getting puffed all day long, I'm lifting heavy things, rocks, logs, wheelbarrows full of sand, wheelbarrows full of rocks, and I don't eat all day because I'm not hungry. I'm busy, I'm doing stuff. So that also means when I come in from the day, and I've been out in the cold and I've overloaded my body, put my body under stress, put my body under pressure, I'm bloody hungry. And that's when I enjoy food the most, when I'm really hungry. I don't like to eat when I'm not hungry. I'm just sharing that with you because when your body's under pressure, it gets used to having pressure so it can fight better. Is that possible? Now, for me, that works beautifully. So cold showers, don't eat all the time. I eat when I'm hungry, I don't eat when I'm not hungry, and I stop eating when I'm full. That's an endocrine system, a hormonal system that's working incredibly well. I'm a fit, strong, healthy old lady that can work all day. I've got a brain that works effectively, is constantly coming up with new ideas and is very creative, because when you get puffed, when you lift heavy, when you put your body under stress, your body also knows that it's got to get better for next time. The fight and flight system, which is we get epinephrine, adrenaline, cortisol, those that catecholamine system, which is the fight and flight, stay alive system, when that's constantly put under pressure, when you overcome a challenge, when you have fought and won, woohoo! When you have run away, sprinted away from the threat and won, then your body produces those neurotransmitters that help us think better, make us more creative, make us tougher, stronger, and help us, and that's where I get really excited about our immune system for the brain, which is brain-derived neurotropic factor, fertilizer for your brain, which makes your brain stronger for next time. So if you're under pressure, and you've got to overcome a threat, and you did, if you have to overcome the same threat in a week's time, tomorrow, in a year's time, your brain will automatically make you tougher and stronger so that you can think more clearly, more creatively, be wiser for the next time that threat comes along. And that's when I get really excited, because when you get puffed, when you lift heavy, when you put your body under pressure, it gets better for next time. So your brain works better. Your immune system inside your brain stops your brain from being weak and frail. Isn't that bloody awesome? So if you want to be like me, and I'll rephrase that, of course you don't want to be like me, but if you want to have that same philosophy, which is I don't want to get sick, I don't want to be weak, I don't want to be frail, I don't want to be the person that has a reputation of every time it gets cold they get the flu. I hate that. And particularly as an employer, I used to employ over 200 people. I've worked in hundreds, if not thousands, of businesses around the world. One of the biggest pains in the backside of any employer, of any business owner, is people who chuck sickies, people who are constantly sick. And the question is, do you want the reputation of a person who's always sick? Because we know that we don't have to be always sick. There are some people that have medical challenges that are out of their control. But being a healthy, fit, strong human being that can fight germs, bugs and viruses and diseases is something that is in our full control. And I want to be that person. How about you? I want to be happy, healthy, fit and strong for the rest of my life, and I don't want to get sick. So I can sing every day. I feel good, na 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 na. I knew that I would now, na 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 na. So good, yeah, yeah. I feel healthy, fit and strong. Woohoo!